Today I took 3 trades, 2 losers, and 1 winner. These were on the same setup. Probably not the best setup, and probably shouldn't have been in my plan, in hindsight. This one was pretty decent, and I was patient enough to wait for a retest, and it worked out. So, come into today. Yesterday was mostly bullish day, closed above R1, so the pivots were overlapping higher, closed above R1 here, overlapping higher on CPR, then higher on the cam. So bullish pivot relationships, maybe a trend switch back to longs. High volume node ledges and low volume node wise, there really wasn't much. And I was trying to, I guess, kind of make something out of nothing. And especially this level here was the one that I shorted today on the first 2 trades. It just wasn't the best. I mean, it's just kind of a bit of less volume, but not really clear there, and also broke through multiple times. So I don't think it was just the best level there. But either way, I decided to just try shorting that, although it was inside value, opening inside value. I thought it would open under value, so I was planning for shorts at L3 and value area low, but that didn't happen. It opened inside value, so now I am thinking of longing value area low and shorting value area high. But then there's this level, which I kind of regret taking, honestly. It shouldn't have been a level. It was inside level, inside the value area. It was near POC of yesterday. It just wasn't that great of a level. And the high volume node ledge isn't really much of a ledge either. So why did I take that? I'm not sure. I don't know, I saw kind of decent confirmations. So that's why I tried. But yeah, so I was trying to short this area, long this area, or long this area. And if it comes down even further, this demand zone here. So market opens inside value, rallies up into this low volume node zone here. And I think this wasn't the worst, but it certainly wasn't the best. So it comes up into low volume node zone. Kind of looks like a P shape here, POC at the highs, kind of like that. And then it's starting to go down here. Honestly, I shouldn't have taken this. Just wasn't the best level, but comes back in, retests, and then rejects, forming a 2-minute delta divergence. And I like that. I entered it. 2 contracts, stop above the highs here. Yeah, P-shape retest, formed a delta divergence while rejecting on the retest, but a bit early to call that. As it came back up, and yeah, honestly, even at this point, it didn't look too bad. CVD hidden divergence was forming there, and then yeah, and then it seemed like sellers were, trying, but there's this bulge here at, what is this, like 34s that just the seller's just gonna break. So 34s, it tries to go down, gets bought back up. Once again, tries to push it back down, gets bought back up. There's one more push down and then gets bought back up. And that was pretty much it. So this 34 level just couldn't break it, couldn't break under it. And then I didn't notice this at the time, but later on it becomes a significant level there, 33, because bars were supporting there once again. But yeah, then it rallies up, and so that was my first trade. And then rallies up, forms a high volume shooting star on the 3-minute with RSI divergence here. So broke the highs, but RSI is lower. Kind of a high volume shooting star on the 5-minute. So I do like that. I'm right at the high volume node ledge. And yeah, and then it starts rejecting a little bit, kind of a P shape there. Yeah, honestly, this wasn't even a good entry. Yeah, I had some, high volume shooting stars here on the 3 minute and stuff, but nothing really on the tape. Just wasn't the best. P-shape, yeah, P-shape retest and reject maybe. But no delta divergences or anything really. It's just, yeah. Luckily, I only took it with one contract, but it just wasn't a good setup. Nothing that I see here. No CVD hidden divergence, no delta divergence on there. A bunch of sellers that came in to make it drop 5 points. Just wasn't good. I mean, I'm looking at this now and it just should have never entered that. And of course, it gets bought back up here at the 34s, 35s, and then stops me out. So just not a good trade. So this one, should have never taken. This one was not as bad as this one, but yeah, this one should have never happened. So now I'm like, okay, well, let's get rid of this level. It was not a good level anyways. I'm waiting for value area high and to short possibly. It does rally up to value area high 7552 here. So it goes to 7552, forms a very nice delta divergence, bearish on the 20 range. Not that one, but delta divergence bearish on the 20 range. On this one, yeah, so positive 158, but negative candle. There's actually a bullish one right before that, but completely ignore that. PSC at the highs. There was also a 2-bar reversal on the 3 minute, high volume shooting star on the 5 minute. So I liked those candle wise. It was at value high, and I do like those setups, especially when market opens inside value. So now I'm looking for some sort of retest, right? I feel like it's just going to drop without a retest, but I really want to be patient because it's been in an uptrend since pre-market too. So I wanted to really get a retest and then enter rather than just enter right here. And yeah, I get a little bit of a pullback here. Forms kind of a P shape with a POC at the highs. And then here, honestly, this was kind of a risky entry, but that B shape, as soon as it broke, I wanted to enter. The thing I saw here was this 1 minute delta divergence here. I saw that form, and it broke the highs, but not on price. And that's pretty much all I based my entry off of. I entered my 2 contracts right here with the stop over here. Yeah, so I like that 20 range delta divergence and all these confirmations there. And then on the retest, on the little pullback, I saw the 1 minute delta divergence and I entered. Like I said, kind of a risky entry. It honestly could have gone either way. Could have, bounced and stopped me out right here because that's where my stop was. Pretty tight, about 3 points. And rejected somewhere up here. So that would have been a loss, and then I would have had to re-enter. Yeah, that wouldn't have been good, but luckily it worked out. The entry, I don't know. I mean, I did see that 1 minute delta divergence, right? So maybe it was okay. I mean, it did work out. Sellers were pretty strong here. All the pops were getting sold into here. At this point, I didn't really. It hit 2R. Because my stop was so short, so tight. I moved it to break even, and my break even level was 47.25 right here, and it got within 1 tick of that, and then rejected somehow. Very fortunate there. My target was 33, which was VWAP at the time, and this volume node, the POC of this volume node, which is about 34, 35. Yeah. So yeah, not bad. So a 2.75 point risk, so it was a high RR, but yeah, other than that, waited for 33, barely hit 33. I was trying to see if one contract could go to value area low, but as you'll see here, It did hit 33, and then it started bouncing. Um, with delta divergence bullish. So it started forming a delta divergence on the 20 range. Then also on the 1 minute, it had a 1 minute delta divergence. Did not like that, so just took it off manually at around 36. So could have been a little better, but that's fine. Yeah, and I don't think, looking at it, I don't think it was worth it to hold for 27. It never actually hit 27. Came down and broke lows a little bit, but came down to what, 29, but that was about it. And then, yeah, and then it rallied up all the way to value area high. And now it's forming a or RSI normal divergence. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, not bad of a target. I realized that this later on, after I was done, that this 33, 34 level that was getting supported over here, same thing happened here. So yeah, good target, honestly. Almost got stopped out here, but luckily I didn't. And yeah, these two trades probably shouldn't have happened. This probably shouldn't have been a level. This is a good level, and I got a decent entry out of it and a decent trade. So somehow survived this session with a small profit.